So as you can see, this is the inside of a 12-foot by 6-foot trailer with two 900mm cages on top of the 300mm base. Total height 2.1 metres. Insulated. We'll look at the outside later. Bit of insulation going inside the 300mm kick boards, or whatever you call them, at the bottom there. And this floor, probably beat it down with a sledgehammer, so it's bowing down instead of up there. And a bit of flashing, you'll see that on the outside. It's got pretty much gate fencing, which is the lightest weight steel. It's a bit thinner than the roof material, and you want to save a bit of weight. And so the frame has been used as a template for everything to be mounted on. It's going well. In hindsight, I would have put these, you'll see them on the outside soon, on that cage, not that cage, simply because it lines up with the slots better. And power, there's plenty of room. It's not, the outside cladding is not put directly onto the other side of the cage. There's a lot of insulation, as you can see. Battens, so they're on there, and that means that there's a cavity there for cabling, as well as chocking it full of insulation. I'm getting some perspex made here, or should I say acrylic, frosted, because you don't want the direct sunlight to come in and annoy you. That's why skylights are frosted. I just trimmed them off here. There's a lot of moving at the speed of science, making it up as I go. That there is a bit of waterproof, which when the wall goes on, I need to have something going over that there to seal that. So that'll be the outside here. This will be the inside, getting cathedral ceiling and acrylic skylight on the ends, on the A-frames. This is just a brace there going across, because this door is very heavy. In future, I'd rather have two doors split down the middle, because this is sort of, I've got to put brackets in there. It's going a bit that way when the door opens. What else? Well, obviously with everything insulated, the roof is going to get insulated. Let's go and have a look at that now. This stuff here is weatherproof. It's waterproof fake timber. It's a higher grade version of that stuff. I might put that knot on the roof and just keep it on the walls. Now here's the cladding, steel cladding. Looks neat. Bit of flashing going on in the corner here, not done yet, as you can see, bit along the top there. Now those bolts I spoke about earlier, they come out here for these, upon which there's L brackets going to get something like this, so that struts like this, they're off an old High Ace, I'm not using them, I've ordered them. I'm 500 newtons. I bought 1500 newtons, can't even move them. Way over the top. Redid some maths and came up with 500, much better. This is a frame, custom made. Not my welding, friend's welding. I do bird shit welding. And as you can see, put the galvanizing bar on afterwards. So that's been out in the weather, no problem. That's a bit floppy there in between, as you can see, so a bit of a brace there. And the straight sections go this way, not that way. So the cut is here, not here, because this is where the gas struts are going, between here and here. So that needs the strength, and up it comes. That of course is going to be an awning with 3 more panels and finish in line with the roof there. It's a bit low, but I can just hang some tags or streamers off the bottom so no one walks into it. Also room for a gutter along there to collect water. So that's how that's going to work. So we're going to have 3 there, 3 on the other side, and we've got 4 on top, and they're all 475 watt panels, so it's 4.75 kilowatts. Speaking of which, go and have a look at this control box, 3 kilowatt Victron. This is a very easily handle overload easily. Probably do a 4 kilowatts no problem if someone turns on a kettle combined with other loads. So this one does the top. It's only 4 panels. This will do the 6 panels on either side, and they'll just feed into that. There's the circuits there, which means that we're going with double pole power points. In these corners up the front there are going battery box. Let's have a look. Here they are in this trailer for now. ventilation, because I'm using lead acid. Let's go and have a look. Here they are at the moment. They've been laying around my house 10 years, been in and out of a few things, spent most of their life fully charged, so there's a ton of life left in them. When they're done, you could replace them with 20 kilowatt hours, which is several $1,000s worth, probably closer to 10 grand worth of batteries. So these are going to reduce the cost of this vehicle by 10 grand just by using them until they're exhausted in several years' time, and then go lithium. Bit of mess here from working. I just realised I forgot to put insulation in that. I'll have to deal with that later. So in future, which is better, foam or insulation bats? Bats are better because I can run cables through them. Just tear it out of the way, she'll be right. Now, once those batteries are in there, those battery boxes, which will be sealed, and ventilation through the sides, as you saw earlier in those boxes, I'm just using ducting from air conditioning. That'll have a down conduit thing there just to stop water getting in. That's going over the top. Yeah, they're in here somewhere. I'll dig them out later. Something like this, but next size down. So, potential. Well, if you can imagine the two battery boxes on either side, well, you can put benches all along the side over the top of them. And I would say there's a PowerPoint there now, but there is room for a shower up the end there, because it'll be what? You got 6 foot there with about 1.5 foot of battery box sticking out. And there's room for a shower in the middle. Where would you put tanks? Probably over the wheels again, along the sides, under some benches. Then you could, I was thinking of lowering a bed, but you know what? My head will hit the roof if there's about 250 mil of bed. You could fold down a queen bed from the wall there, no problem. You'd actually do bunks up the end there if you want, but I'm 6'3" and that's 6 foot, so hit my head 3 inches, no good. So yeah, over the battery boxes with a double bed or a shower, move the bed back here a bit, or forget the shower, just have a bed. Look, that's if you want to turn it into a tiny home. Put a shower here, or even put the bed there, put a shower here, put some tanks, have a pump take it up to a tank mounted in this A-frame area. And all right, I'm rambling. So all right, we're talking about cladding earlier, and cladding up there. This is what's going there, all painted, ready to go, with the same colour as on the outside. Everything's the same. It's paper bark. These doors are useless. They can go to the shit. Why do they even make it? They charge a lot of money for them. Go timber. See this? It was supposed to be an external door. Can't even handle any water getting on it. Useless. Waste of money, these things, with that green shit on it. That's just melamite or something over chipboard. It's just useless. That was beside the point, but I just couldn't help myself. Bastard. That's 3 doors. 3 doors to get that right. So these A-frames worked out really well, but they almost, with all that insulation and thickness in this padded wall, I nearly ran out of A-frame to bolt this thing on. As you can see, I just managed to get some pretty heavy duty, let's focus that, pretty heavy duty hinges there. And could do that a little better. I don't know how. Maybe it needs, it's really hard to get these in line with that. It needs some thinking music. You know what? In future, I'll get these. Make sure that there's a space right in line with that in future, so that none of this happens. So I can get them perfectly in line. All right. What else? What else are we looking at? Uses. Well, I can hire it out to a side office. It'll run a side office with 4.75 kilowatts on the roof. Those batteries as is can handle it. That 3 kilowatt inverter is just going to make it, because it can handle an overload if someone's using the coffee machine or a kettle as well as the computers. 3 kilowatts is 15 amps. It'll overload quite readily for about 5-10 minutes, no problem. At excessive load. What else? It's got ventilation too, this thing. Keep it cool. Custom made box. Put a shelf in there. Have a counter for coffee, things like that. And that's 10 minutes. See you later.